Hi everyone. We'll be talking about Bank of America's third quarter earnings today. But first, I wanted to ask if you've ever heard that old Wall Street tale about the banker's rule. It says 3 plus 3 plus 3. For borrow at 3, land at 6, and go play golf for the rest of the day. Well, that seems gone for some time now. I'm Martin, and you get a glimpse of your own banker's rule simply by using Robalyst. The overall picture seems pretty bleak for Bank of America, but as usual, it's not the numbers, but the underlying facts that will tell us where things are heading. I should start with the fact that the results you hear in this report are adjusted by removing a $2.1 billion charge the bank booked in this quarter because of the termination of its merchant services business. Net revenue fell flat last quarter because non-interest income declined 0.4%. We can find the reason for this decline in the global markets, where income fell 45% on equity investments. So, changes in the value of some equity holdings the bank owns cause significant volatility in its overall earnings. Bank of America's all-important net interest income, which brings $12 billion for the company, rose only 1%, impacted by interest expenses on deposits, which surged 53%. If you browse around Robalyst, you see that this is a very interesting situation, where bank interest expenses are rising in a general environment of falling interest rates. BofA non-interest income fell 0.4% overall because the company's other income fell by almost 50% due to the unrealized losses on equity investments we mentioned previously. Moving to the bank's deposit and loans matrix, it makes an impression that BofA's total deposits grew by a good 4.5%, driven by its global banking division, where deposits rose by 7%. BofA's total loans also rose a respectable 4% on strong performance in commercial loans, both in the US and internationally, which increased 7 and 9% respectively. To underscore the bank's strong performance abroad, global banking's overall revenue increased 8%, driven by 40% rise in investment banking fees. This is the second largest segment for the bank, and it's great news for the company that it's attracting significant new business with its international operations. If you're live on Robalyst, you can take a look around and see that this is a tendency among the US banks with international presence, and a pretty positive one. Of course, more business for US banks means less business for someone else, and I'm sure that you can easily answer who are those losers now. This is what Robalyst is meant to. Give you answers right here and right now. Continuing with company segments, BofA's consumer banking revenue increased 3% because the bank's card income rose 4%. So, credit cards are a nice boon if you're a bank. Going to wealth management, revenues registered a low 2% increase because income from investment and brokerage services remained flat. We can see that this is an important category that brings $3.5 billion for the bank each quarter. At the same time, global markets revenue fell 0.2%, with BofA's trading account income falling flat year on year. Brokerage and trading are of course tough businesses with lots of competition, and within Robalyst it's pretty easy to see who did better and who did worse lately. Let's take a look at Wall Street expectations, where we can see that in the next 12 months, revenue is expected to remain flat, while net income is expected to fall substantially, which kinda sounds unrealistic for the latter part. Speaking about the company's profitability, Bank of America's net income increased 4.7%, powered by its consumer banking division, where net income rose a nice 6%. If we turn to margins, we can notice that net margin improved a decent 140 basis points for the last year. To finish today's analysis, there are two facts of notice worth specifically mentioning, and they are both positive. Bank of America's interest rate sensitivity is below average, which is great because it means essentially that the bank is less risky. At the same time, the global banking division is growing very well. This is high potential business for Bank of America. Maybe you've heard that Warren Buffett, who's already a large shareholder in BofA, wants to increase its holdings even further. If you wondered why, now you've got the answers. You'd like to compare different banks? Go and sign up to www.robalyst.com. If you hate them, sign up and simply take a look at Apple, Amazon or Coca-Cola. Get the answers you need when you're thinking about a company because we got them on Robalyst. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our channel so you know the things that matter. More companies, reports and regular content are on their way. Don't forget to tell us what you think and follow Robalyst on Twitter and Reddit.